I know this is a very debatable question that's been making rounds on the internet. Is Wizkid a legend? Many people want to ask. Many people don't even want to ask. They just want to assume that Wizkid is a legend and doesn't sit well with some people. So I feel like I should talk about it. So to some people, Wizkid is a legend. To some people, Wizkid is not a legend. So today we're going to be talking about why a person can be called a legend and how, what time, when should a person be called a legend? What must have the person achieved before you can refer to a person as a legend. And I know you really want to know if Wizkid is a legend too, so go nowhere, stick around with me. I'll be right back. Papa. Welcome back. So if you are still here, that means you are interested in knowing if Wizkid is a legend or not. So I am not going to come here and start telling you yes it's a legend or no it's a legend. You know why? We have a set of people that run into millions of people with diverse opinion that believe that Wizkid is never a legend and you cannot convince them with anything. And we have another set of people that believe on anything that Wizkid is a legend and he has nothing to prove. So having this set of people, it's kind of difficult for a YouTube guy to just come here and be saying yes, Wizkid is a legend. No, Wizkid is not a legend. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be shining lights. I'm going to be talking about some attributes, some reasons that you can actually refer to somebody as a legend. Footballers, wrestlers, tennis players, living legends and legends that are gone, is in both everything. So I'm going to be taking into considerations the achievements, not achievement in the real sense, but the qualities that make people to be able to easily refer to these people as legend, and also be looking at Wizkid in the light of these attributes. Is he qualified to be called a legend? Moving on, but before we move on, please don't forget to subscribe. That's very important. Turn on the notification bell so when we drop new content, they will notify you. YouTube will automatically notify you that no, First Link Media has dropped a new content, so you won't miss out on our episode. So let's move into the business in details. So one of the reasons somebody can be referred to as a legend is longevity. I mean, across all fields, if you want to pick a legend, you have to put in consideration the duration. I mean, the amount of time the person has spent being relevant in the industry. I mean, footballer, you have to put in place the amount of time, the duration of the person's peak. Even if it is wrestling, any field that you want to consider, music, any field, you have to put in consideration how long has the person been able to do it. And when it comes to Wizkid came into limelight 2010 with Alert Your Boy. That was after releasing Fast Money Fast Cars with MI. MI featured Wizkid on Fast Money Fast Cars. Since Alert Your Boy, Wizkid has been top 2 and has never been number 2. Yes. I've been feeling good tonight. Came into the game, no one to bless me. Me love my things, me not chasing. So Wizkid has been number 1 in this industry. So when we take into consideration the longevity, Wizkid is more than qualified because he's done it for a whole 10 years, a decade. And now Wizkid is suggesting a new sound for another decade with Made in Lagos, the album. So when we take into consideration longevity, I think Wizkid has it complete intact in that aspect. Wizkid has proved everybody wrong in that aspect. You can't erase Wizkid again. He has done it for a decade and he's still doing it, so give it up for him. So in that aspect, I think Wizkid passed. So moving on to another reason you can call the person a legend. If you look at the person and say, okay, this person is a legend. This person is actually a legend. Let's talk about influence. Influence and impacts. So influence, let me talk about influence first. Influence, when Wizkid came into limelight, Wizkid influenced the streets, influenced Botti, influenced Paco, influenced everybody. Like virtually everybody wanted to sound with like Wizkid. No. If you've been around for a very long time, you will know that Wizkid has influenced this industry with a huge impact. Okay, let's talk about when All Out Your Boy dropped. Everybody sounded like Wizkid then. Every upcoming artist wanted to be like Wizkid then. It changed the sound. It came with a new sound and everybody wanted to be like him. You understand? Even the dressing. I dressed like Wizzy then with those pencil jeans, your face cap, that kind of thing. That's the influence he had on us then. Even till now, Wizkid is still influencing because Wizkid has changed the sound now from pom 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 to another angle. You understand? So it's influencing our dressing, influencing our orientation, everything is just an influence is there. So let's talk about the impact. If you are to defend a project and you are asked to talk about Afrobeat, there's no way you can talk about Afrobeat without Wizkid's parts. Move away from Fela to some legends to the Banj, to Face, the likes of P Square, the likes of all those people. They made huge impacts on Afrobeat. Huge Don Jazzy, huge impact on Afrobeat. But there's no way you can talk about Afrobeat. You won't talk about Wizkid. No, it's not possible. Fast forward to 2016. First time that a mainstream artists like Drake will listen to an Afrobeat song and say, no, I'm not talking about ordinary artists too. Listen, and it's not as if we submitted the proposal, Wizkid submitted the proposal for him to be featured. No, he listened and he fell in love. Like, I want to jump on this song. That's a huge impact on Afrobeat in the year 2016. Wizkid is just smashing records, making impact, rewriting the history with Made in Lagos. Look at what Made in Lagos. Okay, look at what Essence is doing. Essence is number 16 on one of the most respected and celebrated charts in the world. Official Billboard Top 100. Essence is number 16. That's a huge one for Afrobeat. That's a great impact for Afrobeat. You know, before now, there's been this debate that if you really want to make wave in the US and the States, you have to feature an American star or a mainstream star like a Canadian, or just have to feature somebody. You know what's funny about Essence? Essence is produced by an Afrobeat producer, featured an Afrobeat artist, and is owned by an Afrobeat artist. And this same track is on number 16. That's a huge impact. If nobody's talking about it, I'm going to talk about it. So when we talk about influence and impact, I think Wizkid is A1 from influencing our dressing, our fashion sense, our sound, our everything, to make it big impact, huge impact, majorly one dance and Made in Lagos. You understand what I mean? So you can't dispute that fact. On that aspect, I think Wizkid has passed that aspect of influence and impact, and you can raise his influence and impact in this music industry when it comes to Afrobeat. So moving on to the next reason, I'm sorry, pardon me the way I'm looking down. That's because I have some things jotted down. There's no way I want to be talking about Wizkid that has done it for several years, I mean decades, and is still doing it. And I'll not have to jot some things down because I can forget some things. You understand what I mean? So, you know, his demand is very vast and he has achieved a lot. I won't come here and start counting, he debuted there, he debuted. No. I'm going to be telling you that this is it. If you really want to know more about it, you can tell me to do the video, or you go online to search about it yourself. So moving on to another point, why I think Wizkid is a legend. Okay, let me not say why I think Wizkid is a legend, because I feel like I don't want to sell my opinion to you. I just want you to discover yourself that, okay, this guy is actually a legend. So moving on to another reason why somebody can be called a legend. And what's the reason? That's loyalty. Don't worry, I'm going to explain to you. Loyalty in the sense that the way you relate with your base, the way you relate with your origin and everything. When it comes to this, Wizkid has been loyal to Nigeria. I mean, when it comes to loyalty, Wizkid has been very loyal to Nigeria. Wizkid, from promoting Lagos, I mean Made in Lagos, to some things he has done in the past. You know, you remember before Made in Lagos dropped, that was NSAS saga. Wizkid had to put the release date on hold, changed it, and steady. Wizkid always interacts. We tell you that Lagos is one of the best places I want to be. You know, he's very loyal. He sells Lagos to the world. There's this loyalty, there's this connection between Nigeria, Lagos, and Wizkid, Ojuelegba and Wizkid. So, you know, because of Wizkid, Ojuelegba became popular in Nigeria to some extent. And because of Wizkid, now Lagos is taking the center stage, because Made in Lagos, everybody wants to know, what's Lagos? Where is Lagos? You know, many people know where is Lagos before, but they don't really put attention on where is Lagos. But now I think they will Google it, know some things about Lagos in case they want to come to Lagos. So I feel like loyalty is there. Wizkid is selling Africa to the world. So when it comes to loyalty, I think Wizkid has A1 when it comes to loyalty. From you know, it wasn't in Nigeria when the NSAS was going on, but he came out in the States and protest. You understand? That was a legendary move there. That was a legendary move. Even though he was in Nigeria, he couldn't have been stopped by police or SARS. But I felt like these are my people. These are the people that put me here. I have to be there for them. I have to use my platform to speak for them. That's a huge loyalty. And I think when it comes to that, Wizkid passed. Not saying some other artists didn't pass. So moving on to the next point I'm going to be talking about, which I'm going to be talking about briefly. And that is passing the baton to the next generation, to the younger generation. I know some people wouldn't understand what I mean by passing the baton to the next generation when it's not a relay race. When I'm talking about music, okay, let me make you understand something. You know, 2010, 2011, 2012, when Wizkid, Olamide, Davido came into limelight and they were hot. Those were era of I'm big. Upcoming artists have to feature me. You understand? Nobody wants to feature upcoming artists. You have to, as an upcoming artist, you have to feature artists. Sometimes they will see that you are good. They don't want to associate with you. But Wizkid is actually rewriting the history, changing it. Wizkid feel like I'm here, and the artists, younger generation that are coming with this place I've gotten to, and are coming, maybe some have gotten here, some have gotten here. They feel like no. Even though I want to stop here, I should have people that will continue from this place, not that will start and come again, because it's possible they might not have the courage or strength, not the talent here, but they might not have the opportunity or grace to reach here. So let me just put them on the pedestal that I am, and from there they will move. I think that's the definition of what Wizkid is doing with Thames, with Buju, and with everything. And I have another funny illustration of what Wizkid is doing. Okay, so I have another illustration. Though this illustration is funny, but I feel like it's explained well what Wizkid is doing. Wizkid is actually saying, yo, take my cup. Hello, Drake. Hello, Beyonce. Hello, Rihanna. We've got amazing talent in Africa. And they doubted him that what amazing talent do you have in Africa? Yo, you doubting me? We have amazing talent in Africa. Take Thames. So you know why Thames is still making wave, gathering momentum? We still say, yo, I'm not done. We have another one. I told you we have a host of sound from Africa. I'm gonna give you another one. Give me Buju there. Buju, take. And you still threw Buju to them. We have take again. You understand that kind of thing. So I feel like Wizkid is doing well more than enough by passing the bait in. So if Wizkid, okay, you just watch. The next song that Thames is going to be releasing is going to be massive. When I say massive, it's going to be massive hit. So I feel like Wizkid is doing more than enough by passing the bait into the younger generation, the next generation, and they're putting them on the spots. I think Wizkid has done more than enough in that aspect by passing the bait into the next generation. I'm going to take a short break now. Go nowhere. I'll be right back. Welcome back, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching to this moment. I really love you. I appreciate you. Without you, there's no me. But wait, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you click that red subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. You know why? YouTube will be able to notify you whenever we drop new content. Our First Link Media has dropped content. You have to go watch now. And you know we drop amazing content over years. So you have to turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we drop new content. I love you. I respect you. I remember coming first. Thank you. Bye.